Hello you all, this is a new episode of Brando Soul. This is Brandon Owsley. I just wanted to get on here to do a new video regarding Michael Jackson. I know there's been a lot of people who have been asking me, how do you feel about this new Michael Jackson project that is supposed to be coming out in May? So I just wanted to get on here and give you all a little insight on how I felt about the new album that eventually will be coming out in May, and it's called Escape. So as you all may know, there was a lot of news that has been buzzing about this new Michael Jackson project. Basically, it's one of those post-death compilations that, like the previous project that came out during 2010 entitled Michael. This is basically the follow-up to that album, and what they're doing is they're going to be remixing certain unreleased tracks that were in the vaults before Michael passed away. There's been a lot of controversy about it, just like there was a lot of controversy that surrounded the last project that came out in 2010, Michael, because a lot of people were saying that, you know, it wasn't Michael's voice on a lot of the tracks, and they were just releasing this to milk Michael's legacy. I personally, felt the same way back when it was released. I felt like they were milking Michael's legacy, and it really didn't do much to help us have any new perspective on Michael Jackson's career or his artistry. Even though I thought some of the tracks were decent, a lot of the tracks, you know, had that special Jackson touch. I could pick 3 out of those 10 tracks that were on that album that were not Michael. I just want to give my opinion about the cover art. Not a fan. It just looks very awkward. I'm not feeling the futuristic look of the cover art. I just think that it could have been done a little better than, you know, what it is. It could have just been done a little better. It looks as if he has no life in his eyes. It looks very weird. I don't know if anyone else has really looked at the cover, but it looks very lifeless. It looks very detached. You know, it's not a typical Michael Jackson cover that you would just look at and say, okay, this is Michael Jackson would have improved this cover art. I just don't like the album cover. On to the possible track listing. So a lot of blogs have revealed the possible track listing of this particular album. I am not sure if this is the official track listing. I'm not going to say that it is, because I looked on iTunes, and iTunes has not actually updated the track listing for this new project, which is shocking, because you would think that Sony would eventually come out and reveal the track listing, but I guess they're trying to keep this a secret until it drops. You know, they're trying to make it a surprise. The first song is Love Never Felt So Good, which is already leaked. I think that song leaked somewhere around 2007, 2008, if I'm not mistaken. So I've already heard a mix of that. I'm not sure if this particular project is going to feature the mix that I have heard, the leaked version, but okay. The second track is Chicago, which is another one of those tracks that have really gotten a lot of attention among the MJ community when it comes to vaulted material. So that's going to be on there. The third track is Loving You. Okay. The fourth track is A Place With No Name, which has gotten a lot of attention. It got a lot of attention right at the time of Michael Jackson's transition, right at the time he passed. You know, I remember news networks used to just play the snippet of that song over and over. It was revealed that that was recorded right before he died, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be on here. And actually the full-length version did leak in the fall of last year. I remember that because I was on Facebook and somebody has said that it leaked, and I heard it and it was actually pretty decent. I don't know if the leaked version again is going to be on this project. I don't know how many alterations they're going to do with this particular track, but you know, it is nice that that is finally getting a release. Slave to the Rhythm, another leaked track. It leaked somewhere around 2006, 2007, around that time. I can only speak on that because I have heard the leaked version. Again, famous track, famous vault track among the MJ community. So yeah, that's going to be on there. The 6th track is Do You Know Where Your Children Are? Now this is a very famous track as well among the MJ community. I don't think it's ever come out. Maybe it did leak. I don't know. I've never heard any version of this particular track. From what I do know, it is a social political cautionary song regarding children and parents letting their children go out and they don't know where they are. I've read several reports from people who have been at the listening party for this particular album, the pre-release listening parties for this album, and they have said that it is a very serious track, one that's going to generate a lot of attention when this particular project drops. So yeah, that's for the 6th track. That was Do You Know Where Your Children Are. The 7th track is Blue Gangsta. Blue Gangsta is actually a track that did leak around 2007, 2008, depending on where you got it from. There have been a lot of people who have said in the MJ community that it's not Michael, it is Michael, it's a fake track. I don't know what it is. I've heard the track and actually I kind of like that track. I don't know what kind of alterations they're going to do with the remixed version of this particular track, but yeah, this song has leaked. And for the last and final track, which is the 8th track, the title track, Escape, another song that has leaked previously widely on the internet. A lot of the people from the MJ community, they have heard it, I've heard it, and it's a pretty cool track. I've heard the a couple of the versions that are supposed to be on this this new project. It sounds decent. I've heard both the leaked and the possible released version of this, and it sounds decent. So yeah, so I'm going to give you a rundown of the track listing. It's going to be posted in the video below. I'm going to give you the link as well. This one comes from Hip Hop DX, and yeah, so that is the track listing, possible track listing. I'm not going to say that's the official, but that is what people are speculating. As for the iTunes version that is supposed to be coming out, there's actually going to be a deluxe version that's going to have the remix versions of these songs as well as the original mixes. They say it's the original mixes. I don't know about that. I don't know. Sounds interesting. We'll have to wait and see, but there will be a deluxe edition with the remix versions and the original versions of these particular songs. The iTunes version is going to be, if you get the deluxe version of, on iTunes, you're going to get the remix versions of the songs, and you're going to get the original versions of the songs. And then there is a bonus track that has been really driving people nuts because the bonus cut is supposed to feature D'Angelo, Mary J. Blige, Questlove, and Jussie Johnson. And from my understanding, a lot of people have been speculating that this may be a cover of Sly and the Family Stone's 1969 hit Hot Fun in the Summertime. I'm not into the whole thing where a producer remixes songs and capitalizes off of them, which this does kind of sound like. But the interesting part of this particular project is they're going to give you the original mixes. What they say are the original mixes. We'll have to see if these are the original mixes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people talking about that, buzzing about that by the time this album does come out. And I'm sure it's going to get a lot of buzz because, you know, a lot of people are very skeptical as to what is going to, you know, come of this particular project. You know, is it really going to be of quality? Is it going to really have Michael Jackson's original vocal tracks? You know, is it going to be really something that is worth buying? I myself, I haven't put a pre-order in for this particular project, even though I am an MJ enthusiast. I'm not sold on the idea yet. Now, transitioning into other post-death Michael Jackson releases, I thought that I would showcase some of my favorites that have come out since 2009. You know, again, I'm not a big supporter of them. I'm not a big supporter of anything that comes out that tries to capitalize off of someone's legacy unless it's of quality, unless it's something that really gives us a new perspective, gives us a new sort of outlook on the person's art. So for the first one that I'm really going to touch on very briefly because I'm running out of time now, is the Michael Jackson Visions. This came out in 2010. This was released in 2010. It's a DVD compilation of most of his videos. This was well done. This was really well done. I was surprised that Sony actually came out with this at the time that they did, because, you know, I don't really have too many video compilations. I have the Dangerous, and I have the a couple of other DVD releases, but I don't have all of them. So this was really a good update of what I already had. Another release that came out very recently and got a lot of hype, and I'm sure you all know about it, was Bad 25. Yeah, Bad 25. This came out in 2012. And this got a lot of great reception from so many people. I actually liked this as well. I enjoyed it. I was sick of the reissues of the Bad album, because there's so many reissues that have come out of this particular album. But they actually did a stand-up job. Sony did a stand-up job of giving us bonus tracks that have been really vaulted material from this period. I believe there's so many. Just a couple of them that were on here, but they were very quality. I wasn't a fan of the remixes, the Pitbull remixes, Afrojack remixes. I just did not like those, but this was really good. And on top of that, they added the Live at Wembley performance. They released a DVD, and they released a CD with this particular edition. This was the deluxe edition. So this was really good. I highly recommend you all pick this up if you are a fan of Michael Jackson, just for the live segment alone, because this was like him at the peak of his powers. This was dope. So thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how you feel about this new project. Do you support it? Will you be picking up your copy May 18th? How do you feel in general about this project? You know, let me know down here. Please be respectful, and know that everyone has their own opinions. I have my own opinions, just as you will have your own, and I acknowledge it, and I definitely support him. And again, yeah, thank you. Until next time, Brando Soul. More videos are to come. Have a great day. Bye.